Hello, I'm Kenneth D. King, and today I'm going to introduce you to what I think is the perfect way of sewing in an invisible zipper. This is courtesy of Linda Maynard, who is an author for Threads magazine, and she taught me this about 2 years ago, and I have forsaken all other methods. Here we have this perfect invisible zipper. When you're installing an invisible zipper, the tail is the end of the zipper. In a lot of the different methods, you get a weird little pucker there and you never can quite make it perfect. But this method will solve all of that. This starts really as a centered application. So what you'll do is, first off, reinforce the area where the zipper is to be installed, but don't stop it at the end of the zipper. Let it extend about 1.5 inches or 2 inches past. This seam is sewn first, starting at the top with a very long machine baste to where you want the zipper to end. Then you back tack, shorten your stitches to your standard length, and sew the rest of the way down. You'll then press everything open for the next step. So far it feels like a centered application. The next step is to pin the zipper into position. Before you pin the zipper, always, as in any invisible zipper installation, you want to open the zipper, press the coil flat, close the zipper before you start. So I've worked ahead a little bit here, but the object is you want to center the center of the zipper right on the seam. And you can pin it as you go. Ending where you want the zipper to end. So I've marked that right there. That's where the zipper will stop in the final garment. Once we've done this, I like to go back and hand baste each zipper tape to the individual seam allowances. So you can see we don't catch the fabric, we just catch the seam allowances. Now, when you're hand basting your zipper seam allowances to your seam allowances of your garment, notice that I extend the basting about 1/2 inch past. That makes it so that the zipper will remain straight when you sew it in. Once we have this done, we remove the basting. We remove the machine basting right down to where we want the zipper to end. Now, once we've removed the basting, when we turn it over on the front side, it will look something like this. Next comes the hemostat. This is a really useful tool to have in your toolkit. So you notice here we have a very, very long zipper. This is part of what makes this technique really effective. We're going to unzip the zipper down to about there, and then with the hemostat, feed the hemostat up and through like so. Then you grab the slide and pull the slide all the way to the end of the zipper. So the beauty of this for anyone who has installed an invisible zipper is that when we turn it over, you have a free shot all the way down. You don't have to worry about running into the slide. The slide is safely down here where it's not going to cause you any trouble. Next, we go to the machine. This is where I differ from other zipper installation people. I like to use what's called a generic adjustable zipper foot. When you turn it around, it has a little screw that slides back and forth so you have a real control over where the needle sits in relation to the edge of the foot. When I install this for an invisible zipper, I like to have the needle about halfway between the inside of the notch and the outside edge. The beauty of this is it gets the stitch right exactly where I need it. So now we just sew. Now if you're looking at the machine, see how the coil sits exactly perpendicular to the fabric. That's what you're aiming for. You don't want it to lean too far one way or the other. The coil is perpendicular to the fabric. As we get close to the end, you can bring the fabric up like so, keeping everything flat. And then you can stitch just slightly past the end and back tack. So now I will adjust the foot so that the needle is on the other side and sew the other zipper tape to the other seam allowance. Okay, now the magic begins. This happens all in one smooth motion. Pick up the slide of the zipper. Ta-da! Turn it over, give it a nice press. No strange puckers at the end. Now, to shorten the zipper, you would come back here, sew a little thread bar tack at the end, cut your zipper off. Perfection. I'm Kenneth D. King for Threads Magazine. For more expert tips and techniques, visit threadsinsider.com.